All right, this is the time that we're going to build AI agents that run 24/7. We all dream of having AI employees that are working for us around the clock, doing things while we sleep, so that we can wake up and ultimately have a better life, right? If it be researching things to talk about if you're a content creator, or finding how to improve your health if you've got a wearable like a Garmin watch, or simply rifle through listings on eBay or whatever kind of thing you're using, Amazon for price changes, like looking for updates, even like little business things like scanning across forums like Reddit and other places to find the hot topics so you can really be on target and talk about things that are really exciting. So let's do it. Without further ado, let's hop straight in and get stuck into this because I'm really excited to do this and I think it's going to be a really exciting live stream. If we get into this and have a look, first of all, I can tell you just yesterday we deployed a new version of Tank. It's really cool. This is the AI coding orchestration system. And as you'll see here, lots of stuff here, lots of updates, lots of comments. Oh my goodness, I need to reply to these comments. So many people in the community are excited about the new Tank. But basically the headlines are you now get automatic updates, you get scheduled database updates, and backups even. Database backups. And that's really important because if something updates your database and suddenly things don't work, it bricks your whole version of Tank. And then we've got Pi agent support. That's advanced usage. I've still yet to use that. And Codex also gets full file system and network access. And this is really important because we are getting general availability of GPT 5.6, the Sol model and the others, the Terra, the Luna. It's going to be really exciting. And I think it's going to be an exciting week for AI agents this week. So I want to build them with you in real time, and I want to use the latest version of Tank to do it. So many of you might be saying, well, hang on, Mike, what is Tank and why are you using it for everything? It's basically an AI coding orchestration system. So if you've ever used Claude Code, if you've ever used Codex, if you've ever used Grok build, I'm not talking about Grok in the chat interface, I'm talking about Grok to actually make things, then from the command line, or if you've used anti-gravity, which of course is the Google answer to command line coding, then you might be familiar with how these agents work. They can do lots of web searches, they can reach out and use tools for you, and they can come back with great reports, sometimes very detailed reports. And also Anthropic just announced that until the end of this weekend, Sunday the 12th of July, they got Fable 5 back on the plan, which is really cool. JD's here in the chat. Nice to see you, JD. So I'm going to show you how this works. And I wanted to show you, like, I've been using Tank a lot, basically, to do all of my projects. All of my projects sit up here, and everything I'm working on is down here. At the moment, I'm working on an AI video editor. It's called Kino. So that is basically my project right now in Tank. But I wanted to show you some updates and some changes. If I go into settings here, you'll see AI agents have always been a part of this, and I can bring in Claude Code, I can bring in Codex here, soon we'll see GPT 5.6 down there, Grok here with the Composer 2.5 Fast. Somebody actually asked about that recently. Yes, you can run that right inside Tank, and anti-gravity as well, which is really, really cool. So people are absolutely loving Tank, but let me show you a from scratch version. This is my production version. This is what I use to do all of my stuff like web browsing, Tank operations, the live stream call screener that I built live yesterday for 4 hours. If you missed that, you've got to check it out. Running the community, I've got a project for that, and Gaia Stream, which is actually the app I'm using to do this live stream right now for you. So hopefully that all makes sense, and we can talk a little bit more about how this all stitches together. And just to say how important it is that I'm actually building AI agents that run 24/7. Back at the start of this year, I was using OpenClaw. Then I switched over for a while to Hermes. Then I spun up a load of VPS servers in the cloud basically to run OpenClaw and Hermes. And then I actually discovered that it made absolute sense to just run all of my operations inside Tank. That's literally how my life has changed. And it's a really weird thing as well, because I built Tank initially back at the end of May to solve a problem. Anthropic said you can no longer use your Max or Pro plans to do anything apart from run Claude Code. So I was like, okay, I need to build something to run this. So basically, it runs your Claude code sessions in tmux terminals and keeps everything that happens in a SQLite database. This is a fresh new version. This is the latest version that was updated yesterday. And I don't think I've even got any agents hooked in here. So really, if you want to learn how this works, let's make this bigger. This is a from scratch setting things up and getting things going. And you're going to see all of the things that happen. Even if something fails, you'll see it here in the live stream. So that's kind of what makes this quite exciting. So let's go ahead and when you've got Tank installed, and of course in the community there is an installer, which by the way you can join down below. You get Tank included in your membership. If I go into more and I go to settings, you'll see we've got agents all available here, and they've all been nicely piled into these beautiful little tabs here. So by default, Claude Code is enabled. That was the OG coding agent. And I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to show you why this replaces now things like OpenClaw and Hermes. And I'm going to sign in. Now, you'll get a Claude Code login. So I'm going to click sign in. It's going to spin up Claude Code and it's going to give me a URL. Now, the important thing here is I'm going to need to make sure that I've got my Claude login details, because I'm actually in an incognito browser, and I'm doing this deliberately so I can show you how everything works from scratch. So I'm going to actually open that, and you'll see it opens and it asks me to log in. But what I'll actually do is I'll grab that URL and I'll copy it. Let's copy it here. And I'm going to open it in another browser just off screen. And I'm going to use my logged in Claude account. So what you'll get is you'll actually get, and I'll show you this on screen because this will be really helpful. When you click that link and you've got a logged in Claude account, you'll get this on your screen. And then you can just click the authorize button like that. It's going to throw you back a little authorization code. So let's have a look at that. There it is. Copy the code. I'll go out of that, paste that code in here, back to Tank, submit, stand by, 3, 2, 1. And look, we're signed in with OAuth. That's with our Max or our Pro subscription, not API usage. It's really good. And then the first thing I'll do, because these are placeholders at the moment, is click import models. And this will pull all the latest models that are available here from Anthropic. So you'll see Sonnet 5, Fable 5, all the Opus models, all the old stuff. Haiku is in there. You've got other less familiar ones like Opus Plan Mode and stuff like that. And default will probably ping you into Opus 4.8, or you can select a model that you'd like to be default. But we'll get to that in a second. Now, the title of this live stream is How to Build AI Agents That Run 24/7. So instead of building something and vibe coding something in this stream, I actually want to show you how to build an AI agent that runs for you OpenClaw style or Hermes style, if you like, but inside Tank, because it can do this kind of stuff. It's really powerful, and it's only, I think, going to get more powerful over time with members of the community like my friend Taylor. Great speaking to you yesterday, Taylor. Nice to see you on the live stream. Michael's in the house as well. Been following you a while. Starting up a podcast. That's awesome. Yes, reach out to me. Definitely. And I'd love to talk to you, Michael. What else have we got? Yesterday's stream was awesome, says JD. That's so cool. And Steve is in the house as well. Nice to see you there. So I hope that this live stream is better, by the way. Please let me know if YouTube is better. I'm actually, for those technical people out there, particularly Taylor, who I know is very technical when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm now streaming to YouTube via HLS instead of RTMP. So is it better? Is it not dropping out now? You can let me know. So Steve, I'll definitely look forward to your comments in the chat. Oh, by the way, just going to X here because I can see here that I am live streaming on X. So it'd be amazing if you would feel free to just repost and watch on X or LinkedIn. We're all over the place. Right, let's get to this. Now, you'll notice when you're logged in with Claude Code, you get a nice usage meter up here, and that will show you how many of your credits you've used over time. Okay, so we've got this all hooked in. I'm going to create my first new project here, and we'll call this Run My Life, for instance. You can call it whatever you want. You could call it Second Brain. We could call it Second Brain. Let's call it Second Brain, because that's kind of trendy at the moment, isn't it? We'll just click create. It creates that, assigns it an icon. 3, 2, 1. Where's that icon? Come on, icon. Come in. Oh, I know why there's no icon. I haven't connected local AI. I'm so used to the privilege of local AI, but this is literally a fresh instance of Tank. So you get lots of little local AI features if you plumb that in. That's probably a more advanced thing. So all I wanted to say is so far in Tank, we connected Claude Code and then we created a project. Much like you'd create a project or a folder if you're working on something, for instance, you're vibe coding a game or an app to do something like that. So we'll see what's going on here. Okay, fantastic. So Second Brain is now initialized. Nothing is going on. Now I can click new up here and I can start chat with Claude Code. You see only Claude Code appears here at the moment. So that is really, really good. That is working. Now, if I go into settings, I can add other agents in, and there's obviously Codex, Grok, Anti-Gravity, Pi as well. Pi is a new addition. Steve, you're going to love this live stream because a lot of the features you have merged in are now here live in the main one. One thing I wanted to show you just before we build that agent are two great new features. They're kind of quality life improvements, but definitely going to be needed. Updates now come down the pipe here inside Tank, so you can actually click check for updates and it will check, authentication required. So yes, at the moment it's for members only, so you need to enter a personal token there. That makes sense. But when that's all hooked up, you'll be able to check for the updates and pull them down, which is really cool. You'll be able to see your history, and you can even schedule to automatically update Tank however frequently you want. Every week, probably advisable every week. That's the usual release cycle, and you can have that running there. You can also do a backup, and by default, here we go. We've got scheduled backups every day at midnight UTC, but you can change to your time zone if you wish, and it will run every day at midnight. It'll store your database and you can actually click backup now and it will do it. So that's all there. I'm actually going to get out without saving now and go in here and see what we've got going on. Okay, so we've built our Second Brain as a project, and now I'm going to build an AI agent that runs for me 24/7. And this is where I can run scheduled tasks. Before I go into this tab and build my first scheduled task, I'm actually just going to create a new task from scratch and test something out. So I'll say something like, I would like you, actually, let's dictate this. I would like you to go to the Singularity Reddit and find the top 3 posts on there and summarize them for me. Okay, so that's a very basic prompt there. So we'll click enter and look at this. Immediately spins into action. It's going to fire up my logged in instance of Claude Code. I can view it by clicking the terminal here. And oh yes, because I logged in for the first time, I've got to go through onboarding. For some reason, it didn't log me in, but this is indeed a fresh new instance. So I need to just make sure that that goes through okay. Claude Code likes to onboard, and double onboard you to make sure you're there. So we'll get this all sorted out, get this logged in, and then once we're logged in, it should go in, login successful. So now we'll go in and we'll accept the warning here. And we'll run in full screen because why not? And now we can see there's the prompt. I would like you to go to the Singularity Reddit, and I might need to just say continue like so. And then it's going to go to the Singularity Reddit. First time running bugs, but we're getting there. I'll fetch the top posts. See, it's going out there. It's looking for the top 3. Oh dear, Reddit's JSON API is blocked. Let me try the web interface, and it's trying an old way of accessing it. Reddit is blocked directly. Let me try a web search. Oh, this is hilarious. Yeah, Reddit is definitely not a bot-friendly site, but we'll see if Claude Code can crack it. Can Claude Code crack it? Can it actually get the top Singularity subreddit posts? Reddit is entirely blocked. Oh my goodness, how funny is that? The first thing I try on this live stream, and literally Claude Code cannot do it at all. Let me just move over this way so you can see a little bit better what's going on here. Let's move this one in a bit. So see what we got. Steve is really branching out here with a Fire TV stick, watching all over the place. We're getting some screen artifacts on YouTube. Interesting. I have to keep an eye on that. Improving the onboarding for agents. Yes, at the moment, that's something that's definitely needing a little bit of improvement, but it's definitely getting there. I wonder how we're getting on here. Reddit entirely blocked. I'm so curious if it will actually figure it out. It's now found some janky URL here to look at Reddit. I wonder if this is actually going to work. Reddit, Amazon, and eBay all blocked, but if you poke Claude enough, it'll eventually find a way. Maybe even via the Wayback Machine. That is so interesting. How funny is that? I'm curious if We're only on Opus 4.8 here, so maybe Fable 5. But then Fable 5, often when you want to get information from a site that's blocked, will step you back down because of cybersecurity reasons, because you're trying to hack into Reddit, you know, goodness me. So there we go. Let's see. Let's see whether it actually manages to grab something from Reddit, and if indeed it's actually accurate. We'll see if this actually works or not. I don't hold out much hope now. I'm kind of losing faith by the minute that this will actually work. But will point returns an HTML shell. It's still trying. So maybe you don't want your autonomous agent to search Reddit. Actually, if you wanted to do this properly, yeah, you'd either poke it to find a way, or you would set up a skill or an app on Reddit. I think with Reddit, you can actually build an app and you'd give it like API keys to read Reddit for you. So let's see what comes through here. It's pulling through some structured metadata, which will be quite interesting. Scores, comments, and authors coming in. Top 3 identified. I'm really curious because I have got the Singularity Reddit over here, and we can actually see GPT 5.6 Sol is top, Accelerate and SpaceX AI planning to launch 1.5 trillion parameter Grok 4.5 on Wednesday. Those are the top ones. And if we look over here, yes, number 1 is Accelerate. Number 2 is came across this on X and thought it was pretty accurate. Yeah, I can see that. That's from 5 days ago, but it's up there. And then number 3 is Anthropic. Oh, and now we've exited the TMUX, so we can see it here in the chat. Anthropic Guardrails does it again is in there. Can we see Anthropic Guardrails does it again? Yep, Anthropic Guardrails does it again. Now, I'm not sure what it was looking at for the top 5 there, because it certainly wasn't the top 5 from my view. I'm sorting by best in Reddit, so let's have a look here. Sorted by top past week. Okay, so let's open this back up, and instead of best, we'll go sorted by top, and then make sure that's past week, and make sure that matches. Yes, Accelerate came across this on X, and Anthropic Guardrails does it again. Boom, that's an exact match. Accelerate came across this on X, Anthropic Guardrails does it again. So you see, okay, this is fantastic. Now, this whole task end to end probably took, you know, a minute or 2. In fact, we can actually, this is one of the beauties of Tank, it'll tell you, this took nearly 4 minutes to sort. And you can see it went round the houses because Reddit is so bot guarded now. It went to Reddit, and then it went to Catsatch or whatever that is, then old Reddit, then it did a web search and it was failing, and then it tried curling with a browser fingerprint, which I think is really clever of Claude. You see, Opus 4.8 really can do everything. I know we kind of kid ourselves to think we need Fable 5, but even when you try to grab data from a website that doesn't want you to get data from it, you'll try Fable 5 and it'll say, oh my goodness, you're trying to grab data from a website that doesn't want you to take data from the website, which is, you know, the sooner they retire web browsers entirely and just accept it's game over and Cloudflare just steps down and says, AI agents, go wild. The internet is no longer designed for humans. Then I think the world will be a happier place probably. But for now, we have to go around Reddit, old Reddit. We have to try caches. We need to try Web Archive. And then eventually we get what we need in 4 minutes with a lot of tokens. It's just, to me, that is ridiculous. It's like, I want to get 3 top posts from Reddit and I have to call 10 different URLs until eventually my AI agent figures it out. It's ridiculous. I'll say that now. It's ridiculous. What are you doing, Reddit? What are you doing? Anyway, with that said, my AI agent did figure it out. I just had to spend more tokens than I'm comfortable with to get that sorted. Now, the beauty of this is, yes, it took 4 minutes. And yes, that was really boring to watch that happen for 4 minutes. But now what I can actually do is before I even make my first scheduled task to run for me 24/7, I've figured something out that's valuable, okay? And I can save this knowledge to my second brain. So it's kind of like Hermes or OpenClaw style, but you're doing it yourself. And one of the principles, like I'm a big fan and evangelist of, is host locally, own your data, and also build the blocks yourself. You know, put the Lego bricks together. I don't want to walk into the store and get a pre-assembled Lego model. I want to put the bricks together. Maybe not everyone wants to do that, but now we've figured out, or the AI agent figured out how to get Reddit. The next time we run this, it's going to run a lot faster because I can just say something. Well, I can say one of 2 things. I can either save it to a markdown file that I know my agent will read every time. So I could say, save this to agents.md so that you know how to grab posts from Reddit quicker next time. Okay, that's one way. But the other way, so this is one way that you can do it, and this is kind of the DIY way of making sure that you've got like everything belt and braces. So say your second brain was simply grabbing stuff from Reddit, grabbing links from Reddit, and building this big brain that you want from all of your favorite subreddits. That would be a key thing, because the next time, if I do this, the next time, it's going to know exactly how to do it. But if you want to have a lot of different things, like say you want to grab like 5, 10 different websites or do lots of different things, you'd say, save this as a skill inside this project. Okay, so you'd add that. So I'm actually going to say both things so that both things are available. So it knows that it can basically grab from Reddit next time. Agents.md is like the master file. Okay, that's the master file, but saving it as a skill is really super duper handy as well. And that's awesome. So Creative Arrows in the house. Nice to see you there. Steve is loving Grok with Pi. Man, I have to try Pi out. Like, you're convincing me this needs to be done, especially with Grok. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. It's going to be really good. Excellent. I'm glad to hear the streams are genuinely okay. I definitely see a lot better. And it seems like that everything seems consistent from my end as well in terms of stats and stuff like that. So this is good. Okay, let's just have a look at what's doing. Oh, we can already see here, Claude skills, Reddit. Oh, it's done it already. So it made a Claude skill Reddit fetch, and it also saved it to the second brain agents.md. Remember, we just got one project, and now our second brain already can grab stuff from Reddit. I can create another project. I can create projects for everything. But say I just want to grab stuff from Reddit. Now, agents at the repo root knows how to grab stuff from Reddit if it's blocked. Now watch this. We're going to get into the scheduled thing. And this stream, by the way, is going to be exactly an hour because I have a community members stream in 40 minutes from now. So it has to be tight to the hour, not a 4-hour marathon like yesterday. So I will get onto scheduled tasks, but I want to build the base first so you can see how this works. So this is all brilliant. Now I can start a brand new task up here. So this is new context, and I can go to another subreddit. So I could say something like, I don't know, what should we do? What subreddit is a good subreddit? Come on, throw a good subreddit at me. I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I've been crawling around the Reddits. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Go to the Cyprus subreddit and find the top 3 posts there, please. Okay, no. Oh, Cyprus spelt wrong. How nice is that? Cyprus subreddit, and find the top 3 posts there, please. Okay, so we'll create and run that. Now, hopefully, because it's in agents.md, look, immediately it grabs the skill, Reddit fetch. I'll fetch the top posts. Watch how fast this is going to be. Remember, it took 4 minutes last time to grab data from Reddit, but how long is it going to take to grab the top posts from the Cyprus Reddit? Let's time it on our watches now. Let me get the titles, view counts, and everything else. Okay, it's working. This should be a lot quicker. We've been going for about 30 seconds. Here, wow! Okay, now there you go. Boom, that is it. It took 4 minutes last time. It's taken 30 seconds pretty much this time. So that is the power of building skills for what you want to do. So what have we got? Why did Cyprus get rid of the imperial system completely? Let's have a look. Yes, that's absolutely right. Things about changing plugs, so that's absolutely correct. The woman climber named Angela. Yep, that is indeed the second one. That's there as well. Oh, she's a Greek Cypriot. How funny is that? Amazing. And Cyprus is just an aerodynamic version of the USA. What on earth is that? Let's have a look, and that's actually quite hilarious. But it is indeed correct. So you see, we just reduced that from 4 minutes and token maxing down to 30 seconds and zip straight to the point. So I can just continue to make skills like this. I can get my agent, or if you like, my project inside Tank, to figure out how to do things. And when it has, now we can make an agent that runs 24/7. So in this example here, I'm going to show you how I'm building an agent that runs 24/7 on Tank and searches Reddit for me for whatever it is I want. Okay, whatever I want to talk about. This is really, really cool. So, okay, I'm going to go in and create my first scheduled task. Now I've kind of initialized this project. I've run a couple of prompts and stuff, and I really want to make this good. So we will go into project, second brain, and back to scheduled. Okay, this is the tab that I'm going to focus on here, because in here now, you'll see I've got no jobs. Now, it does say the word cron. I think cron is a dirty word unless you're a developer. You're like, what the heck is a cron? Well, it's just a fancy way of saying you're scheduling something to happen at an agreed time, all right? So we're scheduling something to happen at an agreed time. And that's what a cron job is, okay? OpenClaw calls it cron. You know, Hermes agent has scheduled tasks. We have them here. Now look at how powerful this is. Schedule, and now we can call it something. So Anthropic daily. And then I'll just say, okay, so I can say every day or whatever, but let's make this super crazy. At the moment, we can say every day, every weekday, every hour, whatever we like. Do you know what? So I make it so that it runs soon. I'll put it to the time that's local to me. So that's going to be Nicosia. And then we'll make this, we'll give it a bit of headroom. We'll make it run at, well, the next run, actually, these are 5-minute blocks at the moment. And I notice actually the most you can run these jobs are every hour. But I think in the future, it might be nice to have every minute and potentially every second, if you're not averse to token maxing. But we'll set this up for 3:30 local time for me, which is in 4 minutes from now. And for the instructions, I think there is an Anthropic subreddit. There's got to be, yes, there is an Anthropic subreddit. Okay, so I'll say, I would like you to search the Anthropic subreddit and give me the top 3 posts as summaries. Okay, these are instructions. I would like you to search the Anthropic subreddit and give me the top 3 posts as summaries. Okay, we are using Claude Code, and we've got it obviously enabled. Notify me if a run fails or is missed. Adding new things to the notification settings all the time. I think Google Chat and NTFY are supported at the moment, Notify, but more things will probably go in there over time. And a lot of people in the community are going to be building add-ons to Tank. So I can see pushover, push bullet going in there. I can see native iOS notifications, all that kind of good stuff. But for now, that's all building out. So you see, this is a very simple scheduled job, and I can save it. And there it is. Boom. It's ready to go at 3:30 my time, which is in exactly 3 minutes. Now we'll keep that there because we'll see in 3 minutes, this will start all of its own accord, a brand new agent session, and we'll actually search out what's going on in Anthropic, which is really, really cool. Let's, while we wait for this to run, I might actually schedule another task as well at the same time while we're at it. So I could say, what other subreddits are there? AI News Summary. Okay, let's call it the AI News Summary without full stop, please. And then we'll say every day at, again, let's make this go simultaneously because that'll look pretty impressive. Say, I would like you to go to 3 subreddits related to artificial intelligence, find me the top 5 posts on all of them, and then synthesize them together and give me one topic that everyone is talking about. And when you search those subreddits, I would like you to find what is hot in the last 24 hours. So that subject you synthesize for me is very, very current. Okay, this is more of a complicated task if you like, and AI transcribed me exactly. We're going to use Claude Code. And do you know what? To be honest with you, there is no need to go for these like crazy expensive models, Fable or Sonnet, because now we've made the skill like, I'm going to try something here. I'm actually going to run this on Haiku 4.5. I may regret that, but because I think we've got a solid skill built for this, we can really get some good response from a tiny model that costs us very little. So, okay, now notice how that's now got Claude Haiku 4.5. And because this one hasn't run yet, I can actually still edit Anthropic daily, and I can step this one down. Maybe we'll step this down to... let's put it on Sonnet 5 and see what happens there. Okay, so in around 1 minute from now, we're going to get 2 scheduled tasks starting, and you can see in 1 minute, in 3 hours, 1 minute, hang on, that's because I didn't change the time zone. So let me quickly update to my local time zone and save it. So yes, we can see both of those are scheduled to run in 55 seconds. They've never run before. One is running on Claude Sonnet 5, one on Claude Haiku 4.5, all via Claude Code with its brilliant web search, web fetch, and tool cooling. It's going to be fantastic, and we're going to get some summaries posted in here. And the best thing is, eventually we could build out these scheduled tasks even further so that we say, send me an email notification or send this to my wherever it happens to be, send it to a Slack channel, etc., etc. It's really, really cool stuff. So I'm going to literally sit hands off here, and you're going to see in just a moment the agents will spin into action and start looking all over Reddit for information to send me. Now, at the moment, it won't go anywhere because I didn't say send it to me via Gmail or whatever. But of course, your Claude Code account will have access to all the connected MCP servers. So if you've got Gmail connected, you can totally tell it to do that. Okay, it's just gone 3:30 here. So any second now, we should see, boom, look at that, 2 new jobs start, and we can see in the scheduled task area that they're running. So these are like already labeled as scheduled, they are running. And we'll just let them run for a second until they go green. If we want, we can click in and watch them running. But the beauty of this is it's all running in real time, and it's really cool. And we could literally let this run overnight, and then we could come in the morning to beautiful summarized stuff. So you see how you can actually use Tank to get a lot of stuff done for you using AI coding agents when you're AFK. It's really, really cool. Let's actually have a look here. So we've got Anthropic Daily. This is running on Sonnet 5. And you can see, yes, it's using the Reddit fetch skill. So it knows what it's doing. It's got the browser fingerprint here, and it's going through, and it's doing what it needs to do, which is really, really cool. And if we go over here, look, even Haiku 4.5 knows to use the Reddit fetch skill. This is awesome. And it's used it 3 times, and wow, look at that, it's all done. Look at this. So the dominant topic, AI alignment and behavioral failures. And it's got this, AI can't simulate human preferences. A new study, shocking frontier AIs are failing the value of human life. Language models. So even Haiku picked out these subreddits itself, which is really, really cool. And actually, I just want to see, I want to actually go to the artificial subreddit and just verify Haiku 4.5's work here. So what have we got here? Let's see, we're looking for AI can't simulate human preferences. I cannot see that there. I hope it's not hallucinated. Oh, there it is. 17 hours ago. Now, this is really cool because, again, I'm sorting by best, but there is that post. And then we go back over to Tank and we see there it is. And I did specifically ask it for stuff that's hot in the last 24 hours. So again, if we look back at the artificial subreddit, you can see this is from 5 days ago, 2 days ago. This one's from 15 hours ago, lots from 5 days ago. So it has actually picked the fresh stuff just like I asked it. And this is the really powerful thing. Like, everyone is like completely getting themselves in a twist and in knots around Fable 5, but you don't need Fable 5. All you need Fable 5 for is to figure out the thing. And once you've figured out the thing, you can hand the work to Haiku 4.5, to Sonnet, you know, to all these smaller models. In fact, you could even, and again, this is quote unquote coming soon because it's not quite baked yet, but eventually in Tank, I can see lots of local models, and I can see you self-hosting them, or I can see you pulling them from Hugging Face, or maybe getting inference from a cheap provider or whatever. You'll be able to use local models. Now, just imagine this stack where you use Fable 5 to figure out how to do the complicated things, like how do you grab posts from Reddit and all of that, things that like local AI would just fall over and give up on. Then you hand that off to something like Quen 3.6 or one of those local models that's basically free. And then every day you run it and you get free AI agents running 24/7 doing your thing. It's absolutely incredible. And as I can see in the chat stream, actually, Steve says working on Docker support at the moment. Yeah, you got to run it bare metal. But yeah, it's very exciting. And you can run a Linux VM, as Steve absolutely rightly says. I know, Steve, you're running on Proxmox the same as me. And that is an awesome setup for sure. Keep it nice and isolated in its own LXC. Tank really can and will eventually run everywhere, which is exciting. And I think the thing that makes it exciting is it orchestrates AI coding agents, and AI coding agents can do really complicated things. So this is good. Yeah, so this is excellent. I absolutely love this. And I love the fact we've got Claude Code connected. I definitely want to have a mess with some more of these agents here and add some more in the future. In fact, I wonder, I'm going to try and wrangle this. I know the logins to the agents are needing a little bit of work at the moment. They're not all perfect because a lot of the command line agents update their settings all the time. But I might just try and wrangle with Grok and see if I can get Grok installed, especially as Uncle Elon mentioned that Grok 4.5 is dropping tomorrow, I think. So that's really exciting. So in settings, we will click sign in, and I'll click sign in. I'm not sure if that's going to open a new tab for me or if I might get an X URL to spin into. I might have to actually do this in a browser that has a logged in X session. So bear with me on this and we'll see what happens. It may or may not work, of course, and that's okay. But the thing is, the best thing about Tank is if you've got these CLIs installed on the computer you're installing Tank, Tank will automatically recognize them and pull them in. So it makes it really good. And by the way, if you're enjoying this stream so far, hit like, subscribe, and you can join the community down below. There's a link down below. Would love to have you in there. There's over 150 of us, I think, building with AI agents and automations. And yeah, it'd be really, really cool to have you in the community. You get access to Tank, you get to contribute to Tank, you get to improve Tank and just make it a better place for all of us, which is really good. So let's have a look. Now, I can see that actually Grok is having a little bit of an issue. So what I might do is try and get it running. Hey, and Scott from the community, just as I mentioned that, has popped in. It's awesome to have you here, Scott. So I'm going to try and get Grok working, and let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can actually get Grok working and how I might do that. Let's just, I'm literally going to drive my other Tank to do this. Can you install Grok on the other tank, so I can log in? Let's see. This might take a little while, but in the meantime, I'll let you chat amongst yourselves. I'm glad to hear that the live stream is working well today. That has definitely made my day, because I've got to say, I was not enjoying all the craziness that YouTube was throwing at me recently with live streaming, but I think I've figured it out, and I think it was basically the fact that I needed to send a higher quality stream, because sending 4K 60 frames per second, which I was insistent on doing, is not trivial with YouTube, but I want these live streams coming to you at the highest quality possible. So we'll see. Okay, stand by. I think we're getting Grok installed. Okay, so Grok is getting installed. Grok version 0.2.54, OAuth via Grok. So it's just going to install it, and then we should be able to hopefully get up and running. We shall wait for a little while longer while that all goes. But like I say, once this is all installed and connected inside Tank, you'll see the selectable models. And the best thing is, import models lets you know the very latest models that are out there and available. So definitely worth a look. So again, I think it's just working on installing it. We'll stand by for this. If you've got any questions so far on setting up AI agents, would absolutely love to hear them. If I'm feeling daring, just install it. Don't auth, use the new agent UI. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Let's give it a go, huh? I think it's getting installed for me. I just have to wait a little moment. So it might be time while this is happening to just promote the X post, which is building AI agents that run 24/7 on Tank. And we'll post that. So yes, always love it when you can like and post on X, the live stream, because it helps to get more reach over there on X. And I know X are doing amazing stuff at the moment with their live streaming. And so, yeah, it's just great to be on that platform. Love being on X. What am I making right now is the question. So yes, I am making AI agents that run 24/7, and I'm using different AI agents inside Tank, which is a fantastic AI coding orchestration system that you can pick up inside the community, which is linked down below in the description of this video. Let's just have a go with some of the other auths while we wait for Grok to install. I wonder if Codex will work. Let's try the sign in for Codex. Like I say, this is a fresh new install on a fresh new IP on my local area network, because I have been testing different things out. Oh, I think we might be getting Grok in a second. Let's try Codex. Again, a lot of this stuff might not work because I've installed this on a fresh new box. So it's very unlikely. We might have to install different things and things like that. But we'll wait and see whether Codex spins something up that I can actually use to get logged in. Because Codex would be a good one to have installed. Then we can orchestrate GPT 5.6 when it becomes generally available, which will be really, really good. So stand by, spinning up Codex. Come on, is it going to work? Otherwise, we'll switch over to Grok. Okay, no. Probably because Codex is not installed right now. So at the moment, we're having a few issues with that. And I can't SSH into this box because I set it up as a as a disposable trash box before starting this live stream. Should have thought to get those SSH details. But I think we're getting an all green for Grok, so we can maybe go in and try again on the sign in on Grok and see if that works. Aha! Yes, perfect. So Grok is now there. So you see, if you have those CLIs installed, then it will work. So basically what I'm doing, I've opened this up in a new window, which is logged into my X account. That is my Grok build sign-in authorization that was given to me by Tank. I'm clicking continue, I'm clicking allow, and then device has been authorized, signed in, recheck, and 3, 2, 1. Is it going to work? Please? Is Grok logging going to work? Steve, this is your blood, sweat, and tears. Ah, yes, signed in. I didn't click the button hard enough. Look at that. Grok is now signed in. Import models, see if there's anything new. No, we've got all that good stuff there. Okay, let's get out of here. And now we can have agents running in the same project, right, using our shared brain. Now, one thing I noticed earlier when we figured out how to, for want of a better word, scrape Reddit, we noticed that it saved it as a skill. But it saved it as a Claude skill, which is not very helpful. So I'll say, you saved the Reddit fetch skill as a Claude specific skill. Could you also save it using the open protocol so that any other agent like Grok or Codex could also access that skill, please? And this is the important thing to say because for some reason, Claude likes to do everything in a proprietary way. It loves Claude.md. It loves .claude hidden directories. It loves all of that stuff. Dave is in from Paphos. Nice to have you here, Dave. We're playing with making those AI agents that will really run for you around the clock. And look at this. It's making a directory called skills Reddit fetch. And I know, Steve, actually, you were having a play with making skills readable by not only Claude, but also other agents. So again, these are all like little problems just to get solved and out the way so that all you have to do is, oh, look at that. So it's done it. Okay, cross-agent location. So now Grok should be able to slip right in there and run. Oh, hang on. I know why it's not appearing. I clicked new and I was like, where's Grok? Where's Grok? I just connected it. Well, of course, I need to go into my settings, into agents, and I need to enable Grok now. Save. And now you'll see I can talk to Claude Code and Grok Build. And I can use either Grok Composer or Grok Build. So now I can just ask Grok and what would actually be really cool would be to do a split test, okay? So I'm actually going to say this. I would like you to go to the artificial subreddit and grab me the top posts this week and summarize the top 3, please. Now, this will be really interesting. Okay, artificial subreddit and grab me the... Okay, so it has got the skill, all right? And I'm going to run it on Grok Build. But while it does that, in parallel, I'll create another project called Grok Test. Beautiful thing here is Grok Test doesn't have that skill. And I'll run the same thing on Grok using Grok Build. And we'll see whether Grok gets confused on Grok Test, but actually does it quickly on Second Brain. And my guess is this will call in, hopefully... yes, look at this. It's pulled the Reddit fetch skill. It's away. It's whizzing through. Will it beat Claude Code's 30-second time limit? We're at the 26-second mark, 28 seconds over here. It's pulling things in. This is really exciting. But Grok Test doesn't have a skill. So look at this. Immediately it's up and running. And this is interesting. Terminal. I don't know whether Grok or Codex actually work with a terminal, which is interesting. I think that is only Claude Code that wraps the terminal up, and these are more programmatic. But as we can see, Grok is struggling, hasn't even started over here in Grok Test, whereas over here we can see it's calling the artificial subreddit many times. It's taking a bit longer, sadly, than Claude Code over here. And over here, we're still very, very stuck. with Grok. Grok doesn't even know what to do, whereas over here, I think we're getting somewhere. No terminal output. This is purely hooks output only. And I think we're getting there. It's saving stuff to temporary files. The updated installer with symlinks to .claude skills are available to other agents as well. Love it, love it, love it. And Pi works with the terminal. Woo! Love a little terminal view. I feel like I've got more insight. Oh, Grok test completed. What happened here? Huh? How interesting is that? The test without the skill did it in 1 minute and 23 seconds. This is opposite to what I expect. This is actually over confusing Grok and taking longer. Riddle me that. Why is Grok taking longer with an actual built skill and it just did it? But is it accurate? Let's have a look. Number one, I have created a Chrome extension. What is this? Based on top of the week. Let's see, top of the week. Let's have a look. Interesting. It hasn't quite got it right. I've created a Chrome extension. Where is that one? Can't see that one at all. Did it hallucinate? I feel like it might have hallucinated. Let's just have a look. I have created... No, there's absolutely... So basically that first post was hallucinated. Posted on the 1st of July. How weird is that? Okay, let's have a look. Meta paid hundreds of contractors. That is actually correct. That's there. That's up the top. And then we've got, yeah, that's absolutely right. That one appears there as well. So that's a match. So I wonder where it has pulled this one. It's done it incredibly well, actually. But I can't see the thing about creating a Chrome extension that fact checks YouTube videos as you watch. Actually, that extension sounds pretty cool, to be honest with you. I do want to have a search. So I'm actually going to go ahead and copy that Reddit post, the exact title, and see if it's accurate or if it is hallucinated. There it is from 7 days ago. So yeah, we've got like, I've created a Chrome extension that fact checks. Okay, yeah. 235 comments, about 1.1K. So do you know what? It's not hallucinated. It just wasn't at the top, which is interesting. My second brain completed now. What did this come up with? This is more accurate. Meta paid hundreds of contractors. That is the true view of top of the week inside the subreddit. Yep, this one. And then SpaceX burned up to 260 of its own satellites. Let's just fact check that that's absolutely correct. Yes, it is. That's third. So while Grok test, funnily enough, was faster without the skill, which blows my mind, 1 minute, 23 seconds, Grok with the skill actually took 2 minutes and 6 seconds, but it was more accurate. It literally pulled the live data. So you can see, even if it takes a bit longer, it's still important to build a school so you make sure you get the absolute pure data and you're not messing about getting, you know, half data or data that's pulled from somewhere else. I'm not saying the data is going to be hallucinated, but if you want something to be rinse and repeat every time with a 24/7 agent that runs for you, this is absolutely what you need. And again, just to show you the power of this, inside Second Brain, I can actually go to scheduled. We can see both of these tasks succeeded, which is really cool, but I can add into the schedule now. I can say, okay, I want to build another one, and maybe we want to do something completely different. Like for instance, I want you to find the top post on the artificial subreddit, and then I want you to look at the top 5 comments on that. And I've just noticed I put that in name, so let's copy that down to instructions and synthesize comment sentiment on artificial. Okay, so there's the task, and we're going to run this today. Let's make this run quick so we can actually see this run at 1550, like so. And we're going to run it with Grok under Grok build, I think, like so. That's all good. Let's save that. And you can see that's due to run in 1 minute from now. So we'll see that run into action. So the best thing is we can have multiple coding agents do multiple things for us 24/7 around the clock. Now, just imagine the power of this for a minute. You could literally have an agent that looks at your health data. So the moment you wake up, it's got a morning report for you. You can have an agent that goes across all your news sources and synthesizes exactly what you need to know today. You can have an agent that pulls transcripts from your favorite YouTube videos, surfaces the top 3 videos you've got to watch today. You know, the possibilities are endless. You can have one that goes through your Gmail inbox and tells you the emails you need to respond to today. It's just above and beyond what you can imagine. And this all happens here. Now, you see I've got different models running in different coding harnesses, which is absolutely awesome. If I want to spin up this Sonnet 5 one again and look at the Anthropic daily report, I can just click play on this and look at this. Immediately that goes into play and we get a second one, so I can do test runs of all of this. So basically we have scheduled tasks for AI agents. It's really, really cool. Violet is in the house. Nice to see you there, Violet. Thanks for joining us. And if you want to try Tank for yourself, the link is down below. Join the community. Lots of members of the community in the house. We've got Steve here. We've got Scott in the house. We've got a bunch of you all joining in. I'm about to go live as well with a build clinic inside the community. Looking forward to seeing what people are going to bring into that session. Now, Anthropic Daily is running, and you can see in just 11 seconds, we're going to get this wonderful Grok build task run. So hands off, wait for this. 3, 2, 1, and swing into action, please, Grok build. And there it appears on the screen right now. Come on. Where are you, Grok build? Come on, Grok build. Where are we? Is it there now? Come on. Where's Grok build? I love it when a plan comes together. It says now it should run Grok build. But no. Let's go into runs and have a look. Total runs. Nothing showing yet. Oh, yes. Okay. So, okay, that was 30 seconds late, but better late than never. It might be that my CPU was overloaded or something, but it did run hands off. I did not need to manually trigger it. So now we're running Grok. So let's have a look at the Anthropic Daily. And again, yes, we've got nice Anthropic news synthesized for us with links to the exact Reddit if we want to go out and have a look. There it is. There's the post, how is this even legal? And that is absolutely correct with the correct amount of upvotes and comments all there. This is really nice. Grok is now running through. It's using that Reddit fetch skill, so we know it's going to be accurate. And this is a scheduled task that will return information to me, which is really good. And I can think actually of multiple ways this can work in the future. Just imagine that you have one trusted agent that sends you the details maybe to your email, but you don't want to give your email or your Gmail tokens to all the agents. Maybe you don't want to give it to Anti-Gravity or you don't want to give it to Grok. Well, maybe you could have one agent calling another agent when it's done. And of course, actually API right here under API, you can just click in there and look at this. All of that, it's simply a copy and a paste, and you can stick it into the scheduled task. So over here, I can actually edit Anthropic Daily, and I can say, when you have it, send to Grok via Tank API as a task to send to me by email, for instance. And then we'll paste in the API, save it out, and there we go. There's a scheduled task with something that really works. And we can view the runs, look at that. Completed, the success rate, the average duration of tasks. This one is really important because we can get this down. So while it doesn't matter if we're running AI agents at 3 in the morning, it would be great to see that go down. And because I'm a stats nerd, eventually I'd love to have little graphs that represent the average duration of these tasks and maybe an up or down arrow to say your agent is taking longer or it's getting quicker at doing this task. And then you can like optimize. I'm serial optimizer. Now Grok is complete. And look at this. What have we got here? Okay. Top post on artificial from today is Air Force engineer. There's a story about that, and it's got the top 5 comments here, and it praises Jeffrey Sovereign as a patriot. There we go. So this is fantastic. So we can see the top posts are basically whatever this story is here, it's immediately saying this guy is a patriot. So immediately, you're not only getting a top news story, but you're getting the reaction to that news story, which is absolutely fantastic. Agents that can run round the clock for you. And, you know, this is just, at the moment, this is a rudimentary scheduled tasks feature inside Tank. But I could see this like running the same task multiple times daily, for instance. At the moment, that doesn't exist. You just run it once a day. Or actually, you can run it once every 30 minutes. Oh, yes. Sorry, once every hour at 30 past the hour, for instance. So next at 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. So the most you can run agents now are on repeat are every hour. But I can see no end to the way that this can basically be improved and really make agents good. So I'm excited. And hopefully this gives you an insight in how you can really use scheduled agents to do some crazy work for you. I'm very, very excited about the possibility. Now, I do see a lot of you are tuning in across the internet and saying hello. We've got HLS Tech. First time I catch you live. Always check your videos. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Well, I'm really pleased that you are enjoying the live stream today. That's really nice. And Michael says, I also have an AI running where it can pull radio stations and identify the song that's playing, having a 3-minute delay, and then I can type in the artist and it will play the song for me for free. That is actually pretty insane. So I really like that. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. Now I wonder actually, as we've still got a little bit of time, I did want to run some other things in here. And I'll also say that we are live streaming on X, and I can see Ed's just followed me, which is nice. Let's look at you, Ed's. Building AI systems, very nice. Posting what I ship. I love the kind of build in public energy there, Ed. So thanks so much for the follow. I wonder if Grok can actually reach out and grab data from X natively. So let's go with Grok build again, and we'll just run this as a new task. Can you go to X and grab the latest posts from Mike Russell, please, and summarize the last 5? And then I'll just say @IMikeRussell because that's my handle on X. Let's run it. I'm just curious because I know X has an amazing API and an amazing MCP now, but I'm curious if Grok on its own, without any paid surface, so without the API or the MCP, can it accurately grab the latest posts from my account? I'll be curious to see if it can do that or not. So just stick in here for a second and we'll see what comes back. Time for a quick break. There we go. That's good. Okay. So we are getting there. Let's wait for Grok to complete. I'm still hammering through my usage. I've been using a lot of Fable 5 today, but I don't know if Fable 5 is really the solution to everything as much as people are saying it is. People are losing their minds over Fable 5. Boom. Okay, we've got something back. How accurate is this? Very accurate. Mike Russell is a technical partner. Like that. We all dream of agents that run 24/7. It's spot on with that. Join me live now is the next one. It's spot on with that. Just the bare broadcast link is the next one. Yes, it's spot on with that. About to go live and build with AI. Yes, it's spot on with that. And this is a big deal, about to test new voices, and yes, it's spot on with that. Now, seeing as we've still got more time, and I'm loving Grok because I'm actually getting ideas. Now I know Grok can access real-time data through Grok Build. This is actually huge. No need for the paid X API or MCP service, which actually is a bit of a surprise to me. But I suppose as a premium subscriber, I'm kind of paying for Grok anyway. So I wonder if it can actually surface. I would like to see, there's one post where I had a video. Oh, it's the "This is a big deal." So I'm going to say, this post, it contains a video. Are you able to grab the transcript from it and let me have it, please? I'm just curious if Grok can actually grab the transcript to this video that I posted yesterday on X. It's me speaking. So there's about a 20-second video there, and I'm curious if Grok can actually pull down transcripts, because if it can, it's gone way up in my estimation, which is cool. This is awesome stuff. Yeah, the YouTube stream is lagged, Steve. Absolutely. Glad to hear the blips going, but that is the kind of payoff for going to HLS. Is it basically uploads the stream in chunks, very high quality chunks, and that is the trade-off. You can't really have high quality in real time is what I'm fast learning. So yeah, the YouTube stream is about 30 seconds delayed from real time, whereas X and LinkedIn, you'll probably get it much quicker, like almost real time over there. So it just depends what you want. Let's have a look here. It's doing all kinds of things. It's curling, it's pulling MP4s, it's using FFmpeg. This would be a nice way to finish. And then I'm going live very shortly indeed, actually, inside the community. So I need to get that ready. Lots of posts, people talking about running Tank in a VPS, introductions from people like Scott. I know you were on the stream. Manu there as well. Colin wanting to update Tank. Lots of people playing with Tank, which is fantastic. And we're going live in 2 minutes, live inside the community right here. So I'm going to be live here in just a moment. And you can join us down below. Join a beautiful community of AI agent builders. And learn how to do all this stuff in your own time. But I'm hoping in the last minute we can get this working. It's installing Python and all kinds of crazy stuff just to read the transcript of a 20-second video. I did not expect this. This I did not expect. But we'll see. We'll let it roll and we'll let it go. And I'm going to join in with my community in a second. So I'm going to put my headphones on and hop in there. Thank you so much, by the way, for joining me on this live stream. It's been a lot of fun. And we'll be back. Oh, my goodness. It's grabbed the Mike Russell MP4 video. I kind of want the payoff. Turn complete. Is it going to get it? Is it going to do it? Oh, this is a bigger deal than it seems. Yes. The screener is an AI agent. Yes. Make sure to watch the live stream. It nailed it. Okay, it used a lot of FFmpeg and things like that, but it actually nailed it, which is pretty cool. Okay, fantastic stuff. So we're about to go live. So members, please join in right now. I'm going to click join the call and I'm going to end the live stream. It's been fantastic having you here on the YouTubes, and I'll see you over in the community at some point in the future. Esteval is there already, so it's nice to see you, and we'll continue.